This is an interim analysis which pulls data from the UK and from Brazil for the efficacy analysis, giving us our headline figure of 70% protection, which we pre-agreed with regulators that this approach would be the one that we use. We also, with our safety database, include the UK, Brazil, and South Africa. So we've got a larger database for safety, which is really encouraging and shows that there are no safety concerns with the vaccine. The use of the half dose was unplanned, but we knew before we started that there was a discrepancy in the different ways in which measurement is undertaken for the concentration of the vaccine. And so we took that information to the regulators and we agreed an approach for making the decision about how the phase 3 trials should be undertaken. And so we set off already knowing that there was that discrepancy which we were investigating, and we took the safe approach with the regulators, which, as it turned out, and it wasn't planned, resulted in a half dose of the vaccine being given. And once we recognized that, we went back to the regulators, had another discussion with them, and they agreed with our plan to form a new group who would get 2 full doses, and to maintain that group, which were very interesting, who'd had a half dose and were then going to be given a full dose. And so, although it was unplanned, it's turned out to be a really interesting component to this trial. Our data are all published. We're very confident in the results, but they have to be scrutinized, just like for all the vaccines, by the experts in regulatory science who are now all around the world starting to scrutinize the data. And so they'll give an opinion on that over the weeks and months ahead. So we'll have that stamp of approval, I hope, before too long. The important thing about vaccines is that they get to people and that they're protected. And the only way that we can do that is by having multiple vaccines available, because there's a lot of people on the planet and we need to get those vaccines out to them as early as possible. So I think we have to not worry about these individual percentages. The important thing is who's vaccinated, not people who are unvaccinated and waiting for a particular product. Personally, I'd be happy with any of these in my arm.